My name is Emma. I am 34 years old, and I teach at a primary school in Norwich, England. I have been married to Mark for 9 years. He is quiet and thoughtful, the kind of man who listens more than he speaks. People say he forgives easily, and it's true. He trusts me completely. But for almost 10 years, I've carried a secret he never knew. A secret I never meant to keep, but life sometimes twists in ways you don't expect. One mistake led to another until it became the truth I lived with every day. Before I met Mark, I was in love with someone else. His name was Alex. We met during my last year at university. He was full of life, always laughing, always dreaming. He wanted to start a business, travel the world, and live freely. I loved him for that. He made me feel alive. We were together for 2 years, and we dreamed of moving to Manchester to start a life together. But my family didn't approve of him, and his parents didn't like me either. They said we were too different beliefs, different goals, different everything. I tried to hold on, but Alex began to change. One day, he simply disappeared. No calls, no goodbyes. He was gone. A few weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. I remember sitting on the bathroom floor, staring at the test in my hand, trembling. My parents would never accept a child from a man they disliked. I didn't know where Alex was or if he even wanted the baby. So I kept quiet. That was when Mark came into my life. He was calm, steady, and safe, the opposite of Alex. We met at a dinner party through a family friend. I didn't tell him I was pregnant. I didn't tell anyone. I was too afraid. But Mark liked me. He visited, brought small gifts, asked about my day. I didn't love him then, but he made me feel protected. When he asked me to marry him, I said yes. I told myself love could be built on kindness, not just passion. We married quickly, and I told him the baby was his. He believed me, and he was happy. When our son, Liam, was born, Mark held him in his arms with tears in his eyes. He's perfect. He's ours, he whispered. I wanted to tell the truth, but I couldn't. Instead, I watched him stay up all night to rock Liam to sleep, change diapers, make bottles. Every day, he gave his whole heart to that little boy. Every day, I carried my guilt in silence. As Liam grew, I saw pieces of Alex in him, his smile, his sharp chin, his dark hair. Mark never noticed. He thought Liam looked like me. We built a life together, a happy, ordinary family. But the secret weighed on me. Then, everything changed. One Saturday, during Liam's school football match, he suddenly collapsed. Panic filled the air. We rushed him to the hospital. The doctors said he needed blood urgently. They checked Mark first, but something was wrong. The blood types didn't match. It was impossible. That night, I confessed everything. I told Mark about Alex, about my pregnancy, about the lies. I sobbed through the words, but he didn't stop me. When I finished, he walked silently into Liam's hospital room. He didn't look back. Liam recovered, but our lives were never the same. Not long after, Alex returned. He appeared outside our home, asking if Liam was his. My knees shook as I faced him. He wanted to see his son. Mark opened the door and let him in. Inside, the air was heavy. Alex demanded his rights. He wanted a DNA test, wanted custody if Liam was his. Mark stood firm. "You weren't there," he said. "You didn't hold him through his nightmares. You didn't teach him how to tie his shoes. You didn't love him every day." The DNA test proved what we already knew: Alex was Liam's biological father. He demanded visitation, and by law, we couldn't refuse. He saw Liam every other Saturday, but he never truly stayed. Over time, Mark's heart broke under the weight of betrayal. I suggested therapy, and eventually, he agreed. In therapy, Mark admitted how lonely he felt, how much pain the secret had caused him. But when asked what he wanted most, his answer was simple. "I want to be Liam's dad in every way. I want to adopt him." At first, Alex refused. But Mark told him, "We're not erasing you. We're choosing love. Liam deserves a father who is here every day." In time, Alex agreed. When Liam was 8, Mark legally adopted him. At the courthouse, Liam held both our hands and said, "Now you're really my dad." Mark smiled. "I always was." Alex faded from our lives. He sent one birthday card, then nothing more. Meanwhile, Mark stayed, through every storm. He chose us. He chose Liam. On Liam's 9th birthday, he gave a small speech. "My family isn't perfect, but it's mine, and I love it." Tears filled my eyes. Mark squeezed my hand and whispered, "Love is a choice. A hard one. But I choose you. I choose both of you." Now, years later, I see how true that is. Love isn't clean or simple. It's messy, painful, and full of hard choices. But it's also forgiveness, second chances, and the quiet strength of showing up every single day. The truth nearly destroyed us, but it also saved us. If you've made mistakes, too, know this: you are not alone. Healing begins with honesty. And sometimes, love doesn't leave. Sometimes, it stays. If you liked this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.